Welcome to the channel, and again, I'm Mounty, this is Sam, and we are back for another weekly discussion about all cool things Pokemon. And yes, today we do have some literally really recent news that has dropped over on Pokeguardian, so I will be putting the link in the description below about the new Incandescent Arcana set. I had to make sure I got that right, because we do know a few things about it, and it'll be very interesting to see where we go with that. And I also do want to touch on the other new set, Dark Phantasma, which is coming out very soon. I have dropped a video on that. But first, Sammy boy, I know
Hello, mate.
I dropped you a message about this last night and you jumped in. What the hell did Pokerev do last night? Because for anyone who saw, I mean, surely most of you saw, right, that Pokerev was doing a live stream. Is that opening a really old vintage set? I think it was it was Platinum Arceus, wasn't it? I think.
Platinum. Yeah.
And that's got like a subset of Arceus cards in, where like each Arceus has a different like type. So you know, fire, water, electric, etc. And it literally was just one box, 36 packs. That's all it was. It wasn't like one of these 10 box things, and it was just banger.
Ah! What am I doing? That was such a delayed reaction, bro.
After banger.
Bro, what is actually real life?
After banger. Just constantly, and I was like,
it was nuts.
And I think at the end of the live stream, it literally said, like, I think out of the I think possibly 10 cards, but there's literally, like, I think you got every card, every subset card in that box except for like one, maybe two, from one booster box.
Bro, we got the entire Arceus subset, just about. I think we're missing one.
When did you jump in?
So you text me to go, bro, just Pokerev on it right now. I was like, all right, whatever, whenever that message comes through, I'm like, Steve's told me, let's get on it, let's go. So yeah, I was in bed, and Stacey's like, what are you doing? I put the telly on, YouTube on the telly. I was like, let's full blast, and he was like, we've got an Arceus. I was like, all right, this is going to be pretty good.
It was crazy, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was mad.
So hopefully you will watch that and you know what we're on about. You know, we're not going crazy. It wasn't a dream. If you haven't, I'd just go back, watch it if you got a couple of hours. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because I feel like there's kind of a shift recently, a bit more in Poketubers, as they like to be called. Or I should say we probably, but and content creators as a whole. Because last year was very negative, you know, it was very much like, oh, scalpers and prices, and you're not allowed to sell duplicate cards, that's scalping, and the market's crushing and all this stuff. And I think this year, because prices are starting to slow down a little bit, maybe some scalpers are leaving. PTCG Radio put up a lot of stuff about, there's pictures going around Twitter of what do they call them? Resellers in Japan, not even over here, like just in Japan. They've just got pallets of sets, and they're trying to shift them in bulk. And what that tells you is, if they can't shift them one box at a time, they're trying to shift them in bulk. They've basically smacked their credit card one too many times, and now, you know, the bank's like, where's my money, bro?
And it's gone.
What's up, gone?
The money in your account, it didn't do too well, it's gone.
But all the customers, bro. Exactly.
And I mean, so we've got two different perspectives here, right? So obviously I do stream over on Twitch, link in the description, cheeky plug, and obviously I do videos here on YouTube. Sam is the TikTok connoisseur. I believe 40,000 subscribers, something like that, crazy.
Yeah, amazing.
He does live streams over on TikTok, which is awesome. I love the difference in content. It's really fun. If you do want to go check him out, I do highly recommend. Link will be in the description, as always. And I feel like we've both kind of seen a bit of a shift where people are starting to get a little bit more relaxed, maybe a little less stressed about, because there's, you know, especially in Japanese, if you're a Japanese collector, there's sets coming out literally like every week. It feels like every week, right? Obviously in English it's 4 times a year. Even that can seem a bit much with how big the sets are. And I think, from what I'm feeling anyway, the kind of grasp I can get is, especially because I drop news videos on each time a new set comes out, it can be very much Jesus, I'm doing another one already. I swear I only did the one last week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I probably will do a couple of videos on that actually at some point about like, because I am currently trying to put one together about like how people collect, what their binders are looking like, because we don't all collect full sets, right? I mean, actually, I've just pennies just dropped. Can you just tell people how you collect? Because you do it in such a, I would say, unique way. I do know more people that do it now, mainly through following how you do it. So if you, how do you collect?
So yeah, I don't collect the sets. I collect normally my main collection, and I think what you're getting at is that I collect like Ash Ketchum did back in. So just real quick, the right way. Just there we go. But like Ash Ketchum did, I collect one of every Pokemon. My favorite card, if I've got a Blastoise that's non-hollow, which, you know, not that common, but I like a hollow, I will trump it and take the other one out and trade that off for something else or whatever. But I've got binders that are just one of every Pokemon, all in English and now in Japanese as well. So, you know, just collecting the right way is the easiest, I think. But but yeah, most people collect sets, don't they? But yeah, I prefer to do it that way.
Yeah, so if you do collect English, right, and you think the set's too big, or you collect Japanese and think you can't keep up, do it that way. Collect Kanto, Johto, like just do it in regions. Get one of each Pokemon. Some people I know, and I'm doing this currently with a Kanto binder myself, is if you feel that's a bit too easy, you could set rules. So there's one binder I've just started, which is like, I think my rules are, it's got to either be first edition, which obviously in Japanese there's a lot more sets that had that stamp on. So it's first edition. I think it's got to be a secret rare, or you know, like or promo. It's got to be something crazy. It can't just be like a hollow or something. But obviously there's going to be, and the challenge is when you come up, like, how am I going to find a promo Weedle?
Yeah, and who sells Stunfisk? Like, you've got to go and pull that. Like, people don't sell it.
Exactly, right? So and that, and, you know, it adds a little bit more fun.
Yeah, it does.
Fun into the collecting way. And that's what I mean, like the way we've been having these kind of discussions about, okay, so how are people changing the way they collect? They're calming down and trying to max every set. Because I mean, I know a few people on Instagram, and they like, I see them and they'll be 3 days into the new release and they're nearly master setting. They're just looking for trades, and I'm like, raw, your bank must be insane.
And your trade piles must be through the roof.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. But obviously not all of us can do that, you know.
I think I've seen a lot of people as well with that kind of thing of this. Like last year, everyone was like, we must get it the day it releases and go heavy on it. Whereas now I've seen that change as well, where people have been just chilling out a bit more and waiting because they know that the prices are going to go spike on the first week, then drop a little bit, and then they can pick up the singles, or just, you know, they're going to print stuff for a while and we've got time. So yeah, it's quite nice to see that. And it's I think it's more, there's less people hyping it up, so that it's just a bit more chill for everybody. It's actually collecting and just wants to do their own thing. So yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, and that's what I mean, like the overall perspective, I guess, kind of, that's probably not the right word. I literally cannot English this week. But yeah, so I cannot English. I cannot English. I cannot do a people. I just feel like things are getting a little bit more positive. You know, like there's less people obviously having to complain about stock. Prices are getting better. Availability are getting a hell of a lot better. You know, so I just think it's getting a bit more positive. And looking up to people like Pokerev, Pat Flynn, who's Deep Pocket Monster. There's a few others. I mean, a few other ones. You know, I mentioned like Seismic Shock TV is pretty cool. PTCG Radio's obviously up there. You know, people like that. Poke Chloe, Poke Jimmy, they just started a podcast, and you got, you know, Matt Cully. So, and all these people, there seems to be less kind of stress around the hobby, and I'm happy about that, because there's nothing worse than, you know, just trying to have fun with something and then it becomes like a chore, like I need to do this, I need to buy this, I need to collect this, and whatever.
I think with the people having the level of stress taken down, I think you can skip a set. It's okay to skip a set and then come back, or like I do, I just go, wow, that's a wicked Charmander in that set. That's going to replace my old one in my binder. So then I'm done. But yeah, I think it's the less stress around the hobby, the better.
Let us know in the comments. I mean, what do you feel? Do you still feel people are out there moaning? There's too many Karens in the Pokemon hobby still. Let us know if it does start to feel better. Also, please let me know. I hope these videos are a little bit more positive anyway. And talking about positive, because the stream last night was crazy. I am looking. This was published on the 20th of April. That is today, but not when you're watching this. At 14:37, it says rumor. So they're saying it's take it with a grain of salt. It's not confirmed news, but I feel like me and you can probably take an educated guess on this. Incandescent Arcana set for September 2022. And they're basically saying, and I will pop this up on the screen so people can see it at home. So it'll say Incandescent Arcana should be, and they've put it in italics, should be a subset, because they've basically worded it as an enhanced expansion pack, not like just an expansion pack. So they're saying it's going to be, again, another set that might be based on the same template as Battle Region, which sounds good to me. Sounds good to me, because, Sam, what do we get more of? What do we get more of?
A bit more of the radiant shining Pokemon, my friend.
Yeah, boy. So we still at this point don't know, hopefully by the time I've dropped this video on Friday, we only know Gardevoir. That's the only one we've seen, which is going to be in Dark Phantasma. We don't know what the other two are going to be. We're guessing there's 3, because there's 3 in Battle Region. And then they're saying that if Lost Abyss will be the set after that, which will be a standard set with 30 packs in a box. Then after that will be Incandescent Arcana, which will be another Battle Region Dark Phantasma style, which have another 3 sparkling Pokemon in, which will be cool, and obviously more character rares, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I don't see why they wouldn't. It'd be people love them by the looks of things. It's my favorite.
I think it's mad as well, because I'm now starting to think of how this is going to plan out in English. Because obviously Brilliant Stars just went off the scale. Everyone was like, yes, this is amazing. They do still have, exactly, they do still have cards they can pull from VMAX Climax to put into the next English sets. Well, I've got a feeling there are going to be some of them cards that don't ever make it to English, because if they're bringing out more new character rares, those are probably going to be the ones that are going to be in the new sets, and then maybe they might pull cherry pick from VMAX Climax. So that'll be interesting. That's what I've got to ask you. So I did ask people in my last video, and you did answer this, and you just completely blew my mind, because I totally forgot about this. But there's going to be 3 sparkling Pokemon, right? Because obviously we know nothing about character rares, so there's pointless speculating at this point. But 3 sparkling. There's already been water, fire, and fighting, so it's not going to be any of those. We've seen a psychic, so Dark Phantasma would tell me there's probably going to be a dark Pokemon and something else. No, I'm not really sure on the something else, I must admit, but you said Umbreon. Now
that is my dream and my hope. But it's a bit deep, but if they did that, then they would probably do Espeon, and if they've already got a psychic. So I've changed my thought on that, and I thought, what about something if they did like an Absol, or because they haven't done any massive Pokemon things that I can think of for Absol, but it's a pretty cool dark Pokemon. Just looks wicked, and would look really cool as like the shining type. I don't know,
yeah, I'm a bit 50-50 on it, because I mean, I said to you, didn't I, like the Darkrai to me would sit nice as a dark type. Maybe Umbreon, the fact that Eevee Heroes came out, Evolving Skies promos left, right, and center, maybe evolutions are gonna get a rest. Maybe we don't know. I mean, even Umbreon's had like some big cards. So if it is Darkrai, because again, it's got a V card, it's got a V Star card, but they were in the little decks. I mean, maybe it's a different style card. They could do that, but then I don't know what the third one would be. I'm probably thinking, I really don't know. Maybe Dragon or Steel, really, possibly.
Or Electric. Electric would, like a, I don't know if it would sit as well. They've not done it, but having like to look side by side, you'd have the dark and ghost type, and then a bright electric, like a Luxray or Luxio or
Luxio. You know what? You might be onto something there, you know, because what is also Luxio? Luxio is also a dark type. Quick!
Okay.
Have we predicted the future? Quick, skip back to this in like 3 weeks when we know what's going on. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it right now. We figured it out. Maybe because that's why it had that amazing V card.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Maybe.
Hey, could be. Probably isn't, but yeah, could be.
we can hope. The thing is, I'm not even bothered if I'm wrong, because at this point, the artworks this year are just getting better and better.
It's exciting.
It is because I genuinely thought at the beginning of the year maybe it would die down a bit. VMAX Climax just took things to a new level. I thought obviously it's going to go back to normal now. And then turns out I don't think it did. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good because you know we had celebrations that was pretty much a hit in every pack, right? They're all hollow. You'd get the classic collection in there if it was in English. So there was there was hits in every pack, and then VMAX Climax again hits, then Brilliant Stars, more hits. Then it's just like, jeez, Rick. What? One more thing before we go, Sam, you need to tell me about this because I haven't had time to catch up on it this year. But I hear that Rattle has been doing his secret detective work on the Logan Paul box again. So tell us more, Sam. Tell us more. What's been going on?
Mate, I can't stop watching it. It's like, I'd rather watch that than most Netflix shows. Literally. Just like, come on, Secret Squirrel. What else do you know? Like, I could just literally, like, okay, so if anybody doesn't know, no, go and have a watch. But after this, basically before Logan Paul opened his box that it was a fake and was a scam and everything, he got all this evidence. Rattle got all this evidence about why he's even in the first video was like, this is pretty much guaranteed a fake box because of all these reasons. Looking into people's history on eBay that used to do it, and looking at things in pictures that people have sent to each other about the box, and he just picked the whole thing apart. So he knew that it was going to be that, and it came out that it was fake. Since then, he's then been digging back into phone calls that he's had with people. He's been able to contact the original seller that sold the box that it came from and all that. And then he's then gone back in and analyzed that call that he put on YouTube and just blown it all out of the water of like, right, this person's connected to here and this is what they've done.
That's just like proper, like, amazing. That's some proper detective Batman style stuff going on right there.
Yeah, it's really cool. And one of the cool things is as well, what he's done is he's been able to show when people, when the new sets have come out recently as well, when new sets are coming out, before they've even been announced in Japanese, there was some pictures of the Radiance set that's coming out later in the year. Like people have got it in the factory showing it. He'd tracked down who that was, worked out that it was a Millennium Printing Company, and said, here's all the evidence that you need. I don't know if they were involved with that or whatever, but he's like, this is everything. Here's the bloke's name, whatever. Oh, and he happens to work, or he lives like a mile from the plant. Might be something to do with that. And then obviously the new news this week is that the Pokemon company are buying that printing company. Maybe they're to look after it a bit closer. I was just
going to say that when you said that, I was like, hang on a minute, isn't that the company that Pokemon have just announced they're buying?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like an Elon Musk move. That is like,
yeah.
You're not going to listen to us.
We can't control it.
If you're you're not going to behave, are you? You're going to keep, leaking stuff. Okay, well, we're just going to buy you out. We're going to smack cameras up, and we'll figure out who it is, and we'll sack you. I don't know though. It is one of them things though, and it like with leaks, like how much do they really want to control it? Because Marvel are a little bit like that. Like if you've noticed, Marvel kind of plant their leaks because they know it builds hype and people are all on it.
Yeah, and that's the other thing as well is like some people have. I've seen 2 people get fined recently from, I don't know if they worked at Millennium or not, but they were doing leaks and they got fined 150 grand each for leaking stuff early. So they were actually, it wasn't necessarily a hype train, just it was a proper leak. So but I don't know if that's related to them or not, but yeah, it's big stuff that they only want it at the right, that's why they have the non-disclosures and stuff in it.
Holy beep.
Mad, mate.
Like, I just said beep then, so I didn't have to edit one in later. Efficient editing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's 150 grand. Jeez, that's crazy. But then again, like you said, if it depends on how, how much these places are actually, like, who's signing the NDA? Is it the salespeople, the marketing people, and then the people in the warehouse just like, shh, don't say anything? Like, how far down do these NDAs go? Do these people understand what NDA means?
Them 2 do now.
Well, they do now. It's going to be tattooed on their forehead when they go to prison. It's just that's absolute nuts, man. Absolute nuts. Talking to Logan Paul, did you see his WrestleMania? That was crazy.
So yeah, whatever people say about Logan Paul, whether they're on one side or not, I know a lot of people are completely different sides and have different things. As a marketing person for a brand, he gets his message out in front of a lot of people. Like, it's impressive. I'm impressed with the marketing side of what he's doing, man.
He doesn't. You can say what you want about him. Like, he knows exactly what he's doing. And I remember there was a marketing guy, Devin Nash, I was watching before, and he said there was like he dug into like an episode of his podcast, and he explains there like why he does these things, because if the only way to kill Logan Paul is to stop talking about him, because then he'll be irrelevant. But he's not going to be irrelevant because Karen still likes going down the hairdressers and telling Margaret about this stupid boy on the internet.
YouTuber.
You know what I mean? Big crazy. But dude, Sam, that was awesome, man. I really enjoyed that. And if you have any questions you want to ask us, if there's anything you want us to talk about in next week's episode or the week after, hit me up in the comments below. Go follow Sam, hit the subscribe button, and until next time, peace.